I'm gonna go to this Ben Shapiro video though now. It's 43 minutes long, so I doubt I'm gonna do all of it, but we can check out a bit of it, right? I can't do this whole thing without this Ben Shapiro video because it's clearly been a big talking point in it all. We'll see if we end up doing it all or not. If not, if we do, might be all night. Let's just like state the obvious. I fucking hate this man.
Well, folks, I just got back from the theater.
And he is literally the softest, unmasculine man on earth, yeah? Like the biggest beta male opposite of an alpha you'll ever meet. Remember this guy said that something about like that women coming is like just doesn't exist, or even getting wet. He was like, nah, that doesn't actually happen. That's not a real thing, because he's never managed to achieve it before.
Seeing Barbie and Oppenheimer. I'm about to review both of them. I'm going to tell you which one of these is the best blockbuster of 2023 and which one is maybe the worst.
I bet he loved our movie, right, Ken?
For those of you who can't wait that long, I'm going to give my review of the Barbie movie in the most Oppenheimer fashion.
What the Run.
Yeah, so let's just start this by making some atomic bomb jokes, just completely undermine all of the people that have died in wars and whatever. But all right, let's continue.
So the things I do
for my
audience, my producers dragged me to go see Barbie the movie, and I have thoughts. This video is sponsored by ExpressVPN. Let me begin with my generalized assessment of the movie. This movie is not just a piece of shit. This movie is a flaming piece of dog shit piled atop an entire dumpster on fire, piled atop a landfill filled with dog shit. It is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. On every possible level, it is a horrific movie. The only thing that can be said for this film is production design. Production design is really nice.
You know what? I actually had to scroll down a little bit to see this better, man. Yo, shout out is the great, shoulda came prepared, lad, Nova. Shapiro touched my grand. What the fuck? Fact is, he bought a Barbie to burn it on fire, so he brought it into the brand. So to do so, yeah, he bought into the brand. Well, 3 minutes since typing, but you may have taken a while to see it. Yeah, I think I'm seeing the comments a lot faster than that still.
Costumes are really nice. Also, it's really hard to screw.
I'm learning, man. I'm learning. I'm getting with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm still working out this equipment and all of that, but man, we'll get there.
Screw that up. It's really hard to screw that up because you literally have this to model after. All you have to do is this, but big. Okay, it's really not tough. But put aside all of the beautiful costumes, which is there for the ladies, and all of the production design and the Barbie universe and all of that. Every joke that happens in this film happens basically within the first 45 seconds of the film. So, for example, Barbie turns on the water and there's no water. Ooh, because, you know, like in Barbie house, there's no actual water. Do you get it? And then she drinks, but there's no actual liquid in the actual cup. Oh my God, because she's a Barbie doll. Oh, I get it. Okay, that's all the jokes. There are no more jokes for the rest of the film. The movie's a shit show. Okay, so conceptually, the movie is a shit show. I want to ask this. Who is the intended audience for this film? Who's the intended audience for this film? So I'll tell you who the intended audience for this film is. And I can tell two ways. One, the previews on the film, and two, the people in the audience. So the intended audience for this film is moms and their 8-year-old daughters. That's the intended audience for the film. I know because the previews for the film were all kids' movies. I'm talking like G or PG rated kids films. We're talking like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Trolls 4 or whatever it is. Those were all the previews, right? All the previews are actually directed at what the audience is supposed to be for this film. And if you look in the audience, it's a bunch of moms, like youngish moms, middle-aged moms, with their like 6, 7, 8-year-old girls. That's the entire crew. This movie is not made for any of those people. In fact, this movie is made for no one. This movie is going to make a bunch of money week one because the marketing effort has been extraordinary. I mean, whoever's the marketing team over at one...
Shout out to Sam Gregory, said he's like a highly irritated 9-year-old boy. 100%, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially because I'm pretty sure he's probably a virgin. Warner
Brothers is doing an amazing job. Week one, this thing is going to clean up at the domestic box office. My prediction is going to just absolutely fall off a cliff after that. The repeat business on this movie is going to be non-existent because it was written by two people who are so smug and self-satisfied, and Greta Gerwig and Noah Baumbach, that they have no audience. I mean, like, who thought it's a great idea? Let's bring on the people who wrote Lady Bird and Marriage Story to make a movie about a plastic doll that is generally played with by 5 to 9-year-old young girls.
I'll be honest, like from what I've heard about this film so far, it was definitely made for me. It was definitely made for me. I know that for sure. Definitely not made for him.
So
No, in fact, no. Rewind. Remember what we were saying earlier? It was actually made for him. It was 100% made for him to wind him up and drive him crazy and make him do all of the kind of promotion for it for free so that millions of people pay to go and watch it.
Basic idea of the film. They really have no basic idea of the film. They don't know whether they hate Barbie or that we're supposed to kind of like Barbie. It seems they kind of despise Barbie as a fascist emblem, as we'll get to. The basic sort of premise of the film, politically speaking, is that men and women are on two sides of the divide and they hate each other. And literally the only way you can have a happy world is if the women ignore the men and the men ignore the women. That seems to be the final outcome of this film. I was trying to separate this into problems with plot and problems with character and problems with the politics of the film, but they're all intertwined because the thing is just a mess. It doesn't make any sense. Plot-wise, it makes no sense. Character-wise, it makes no sense. So let's just go through it from the beginning. Okay, there's going to be lots of spoilers, but believe you me, I'm about to say...
Why are they trying to do this to me for, bruv? I don't want to see these spoilers. Then you know what? Shout out Iggs, yeah? Because he told me to put chapters in my videos, and I started doing it the other day. These guys need to put chapters in their videos, man. Show me some chapters where it's like we're actually seeing what you're talking about. I'm skipping some of these spoilers, man. I can't watch 43 minutes of it anyway.
It's truly awful. It's truly awful. She's called a fascist. By the way, it only sets up the only good line of the film. Truly, in my opinion, there's one good line in the film, and that is where Barbie is trying to contemplate whether she's a fascist or not, and she says, "I don't control the railways or the flow of commerce." Now, there's only one problem with that line, as with the entire movie. There is no character consistency.
Trying to work out whether she's a fascist or not.
Barbie is supposed to be an idiot bubblehead piece of plastic.
Yeah, and Wonky said, and they still don't realize they are the marketing. It's so funny, man. And like man said earlier, it's like it's the same with She-Hulk, and they literally didn't realize they are the marketing. She-Hulk was so genius because they were literally the villain in the movie. Like they were the villain in the film, and then you kind of saw it happening in real time in the world around you.
Barbie Land.
Sam said he took notes. Yeah, of course he did, bruv. Of course he did. These men are grifters at the end of the day. Yeah, these men are grifters. They do this to make a living. You know what I'm saying?
What a fascist is. How does she know about the flow of commerce? Like, again, just in terms of character consistency, like characters who actually are the characters, makes no sense whatsoever. So, meanwhile, Ken is wandering around, enjoying the patriarchy more and more and more. And he keeps asking men about the patriarchy. And at one point, he asks a dude about the patriarchy. And the guy says, well, that's not really the way that it works here anymore. He says, really? He says, no, it still works that way. We just hide it really well. Again, you can't even present the
I'm going to skip through. I'm going to skip through this so I don't get the... So I don't give to
and they ask her about this.
Yeah, this is why this is 43 minutes long, because he's telling the story of the entire film. We can't be doing that. I want to just get to his summary where he starts, well, what I don't want to do is get to him just telling the end of the film. What's this bit? Who's this old lady in this? Is this still the film?
You. And so they hit you with the nostalgia play at the very end. The whole movie.
Oh, look at this! Yeah, he's really trying to like ruin the film, innit? He's really trying to ruin the film, and I'm so wrapped up in this thing that I actually don't want to sit here and get spoilers for a Barbie film. You might have to go and watch this Ben Shapiro video on your own, because I'm not trying to. I'm not letting him ruin this film for me. But let's see his actual ending.
It's a kids movie. It's rated PG-13. It is not marketed to PG-13. It is marketed to PG. It is marketed to moms who are going to skip the PG-13 rating and bring their daughters there anyway. It's a
yeah, mate, but he's even saying it's marketed to moms. Like, I've been thinking this already. Like, really, when Barbie was really popular was years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure it's still popular, but when it was really, really popular, like, that age group has grown the fuck up, and now they want to go and watch this film.
Culturally relevant moment, a very culturally relevant moment. And so the entire left's attempts to play the face tattoo syndrome, watch as we take a piece of children's IP and wear its skin around like a mask, like Hannibal Lecter, and we notice it, and then they're like, how you noticed it? You're obviously very upset. I find it upsetting when material that is based on children's IP, marketed to little girls, actually ends up being angry feminist claptrap that alienates men from women, undermines basic human values, and promotes falsehood all at the same time. And I think a lot of people are going to have a right to be mad. So we'll see what the income trajectory of this film is. By the way, it's just going to die in China. The overseas market for this film, good luck with the Chinese Communist government putting their kids in front of this sort of stuff. It's not going to happen. Final rating. out of 10 Barbies. How many Barbies? 10 out of 10 being good. The answer is negative all the Barbies. Negative all of them. I honestly, just as a piece of film, this sucker goes in like my bottom 10 ever. ever
Of course
is
it
that
does.
bad. Not
Of
just because of the
course it
politics,
does.
because the plot makes no sense, because the writing makes no sense, because the acting half the time makes no sense. The entire film is a dog's vomit. It is a dog's breakfast of film. So yeah, I'm gonna go with negative infinity Barbies. It is that bad. If 10 out of 10 Barbies is like the stereotypical Barbie, this is Barbie head atop the robot body made by the weird kid from Toy Story 1. That's what this is. And also, by the way, Oppenheimer's good.
Yeah, shout out Wonky. He said, I'm with you. I don't want to spoil either. The reaction has sold it to me. If they hate it so much, it must say something. And I like it. That's what I think. I think this film's going to be amazing. And I think this film, if this guy hates it that much, it's probably going to be a great film. Or at least pretty decent. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh, man. I think enough of Barbie, man. You know what I'm saying? I think that's enough of Barbie. But it is hilarious how much this triggers these people. And the thing is, like, maybe my guy, do you know Steve? Like, what was his name? Stevie? I don't know, whatever. Stevie, Steven, whatever. Terrorist boy, yeah. He might have seen this already, and that might be why he's hating the film so much. But it seems like anything women-led or woman lead in a film, boom, super hate straight away from the jump. We're about to see it with the Marvels as well, because the next Marvel film is the Marvels with three women leads, like one Asian, one black, one white. I think this is actually going to send the internet absolutely crazy.